Have you ever stopped to think that there might be angels in your home at this very moment? It sounds incredible, but what if I told you that the Bible is full of fascinating accounts about the presence of these heavenly messengers? Today, we are going to reveal 10 powerful signs that may indicate that angels are around you, protecting and guiding your life in a subtle yet transformative way. Get ready to discover how these divine beings could be closer than you imagine, bringing peace, comfort, and even miracles into your daily life. Stay until the end and find out how to interpret these signs and connect more deeply with the divine. Shall we begin? Angels have always fascinated humanity. They are described as divine messengers, beings of light that connect heaven and earth. But what does the Bible really tell us about them? How can we identify the presence of these heavenly messengers in our daily lives? Perhaps you have already experienced something strange and unexplainable but paid no attention to it. Today, we will explore the first signs that may indicate that angels are around you, signs that could completely change the way you perceive your spirituality. The first sign that angels may be present in your home is the feeling of an inexplicable peace. We are not talking about an ordinary moment of tranquility, but a sensation so strong that it seems to come from a supernatural place. The Bible shows us several examples where angels bring this peace, especially in moments of fear or anguish. In Luke 1 verse 13, for instance, when the angel Gabriel appears to Zechariah, his first words are, "Do not be afraid." This heavenly comfort not only calmed Zechariah, but also announced great news that would change his life. Now, stop for a moment and reflect. Have you ever felt such a deep peace that seemed to have no explanation? Perhaps during a moment of prayer, or even on a regular day while facing a difficult problem. This feeling could be the subtle touch of an angel, a reminder that you are not alone. Another powerful example in the Bible is Daniel's encounter with an angel during his visions, described in Daniel 10 verses 10 to 14. The angel not only brought answers to his questions, but also a reassuring presence that strengthened him for the challenges ahead. What we learn here is that angels appear not only to deliver messages, but also to help us face difficult moments with courage and serenity. But peace is not the only sign. Let's now talk about the second indicator of angelic presence, unusual lights or glows. Have you ever noticed points of light, sudden flashes, or a soft luminosity in your home, especially during moments of prayer or meditation? These phenomena are often described as signs of an angel's presence. In Luke 1 verses 26 to 38, when the angel Gabriel visits Mary to announce the birth of Jesus, he is surrounded by a divine light, symbolizing the heavenly presence. This light is not just something visual. Many people report that, along with the glow, they feel warmth or comforting energy, as if they are being embraced by something greater. Perhaps you have already experienced this and didn't realize it. Next time you see something like this, pay attention. It could be a sign that angels are around you, bringing guidance and protection. Still on the topic of light, it is worth mentioning the episode of Moses on Mount Sinai in Exodus 34 verses 29 to 35. After speaking with God, Moses' face shone so brightly that he had to cover it with a veil. This light was not just a reflection, but a symbol of the divine presence. Today, many people report similar experiences during moments of deep spiritual connection, seeing flashes of light or feeling a special luminosity in their surroundings. Now, let's move on to the third sign, white feathers in unexpected places. Have you ever found white feathers in your home or in unlikely locations, like inside your car or on a table? For many people, these feathers are more than simple coincidences. They are seen as symbols of the presence of angels, a reminder that these celestial beings are watching over you. In the Bible, the wings of angels are mentioned in Isaiah 6 verse 2, describing the seraphim with 6 wings, which reinforces the idea that feathers can be a physical manifestation of their presence. These feathers often appear during times of great need or intense prayer. They are like small gifts from heaven, reminding us that we are not alone. And here's a tip: if you find a white feather, keep it with care. It could be a symbol that your prayers have been heard. These first 3 signs, the inexplicable peace, unusual lights, and white feathers, are just the beginning of what we're going to explore. In the next few minutes, we'll talk about other, even more intriguing signs and how to recognize them in your life. So, stay tuned. There's much more to come, and you won't want to miss a single detail. Want to know what else could indicate the presence of angels in your home? Then stay with us, because the next signs might surprise you. Now that we've covered the first signs of the presence of angels, let's continue exploring other surprising indications that may be happening around you, often without you noticing. The truth is that angels find subtle yet powerful ways to manifest in our lives, and it's up to us to learn to recognize these signs. The next sign you should watch for is a sudden change in the temperature of your surroundings. Have you ever suddenly felt an unexplained cold or warmth in a place where the temperature should remain stable? This is one of the signs reported by people who believe they have sensed the presence of angels. In the Bible, we see that natural phenomena, like wind and heat, often accompany divine presence. A classic example is Elijah in 1 Kings 19 verses 11 to 12, where God manifests not in the strong wind, the earthquake, or the fire, but in a gentle breeze. Imagine being in a moment of prayer or deep reflection and feeling a soft breeze in a closed room, or even a comforting warmth surrounding you, as if it were an invisible hug. These temperature changes can be a subtle reminder that a celestial being is there to bring comfort or protection. Another common sign is the sound of bells or celestial music. Have you ever heard a soft sound, like the tinkling of bells or a calm melody, without any apparent source? This phenomenon is often described as an angelic manifestation. In the Bible, sounds and music are frequently associated with the presence of celestial beings. In Revelation 5 verses 11 to 12, we read about John hearing the voices of many angels around God's throne, praising and singing. Today, many people report similar experiences, sounds that arise during moments of prayer or when they are seeking answers in their lives. These sounds can bring a sense of peace and security, as if they were a direct message that you are being cared for. Now, let's talk about vivid dreams or clear visions. This is one of the most powerful and personal signs of angelic presence. In the Bible, Joseph, the earthly father of Jesus, received instructions from an angel in a dream to protect Mary and the baby Jesus, as we see in Matthew 2 verse 13. Angels often choose dreams as a means of communication because, in this state, we are more receptive to divine messages. Have you ever had a dream so vivid that it felt like a message? Perhaps you saw an angelic figure, received comforting words, or even clear guidance about a problem you were facing. These dreams are more than coincidences, they are a way for angels to guide you. In addition, visions are also common forms of manifestation. Many people report flashes of images or complete scenes that provide answers or deeper understanding about their lives. In the Bible, the prophet Ezekiel had detailed visions that connected him directly to the divine plan, as seen in Ezekiel 1 verses 4 to 28. These experiences can be a bit challenging to interpret, but it's important to pay attention to them. If you've ever had a dream or vision that felt special, it's worth reflecting on its meaning and trying to understand what the angels might be attempting to communicate. Another interesting and often overlooked sign is the appearance of synchronicities and meaningful coincidences. Have you ever prayed for a sign or help and soon after, something extraordinary happened, like meeting the right person, finding a book that answered your questions, or even hearing the exact words you needed? These moments of perfect alignment are often attributed to angelic intervention. In the Bible, we see how God and his messengers use circumstances to communicate something. A clear example is the story of Esther, where King Xerxes' insomnia led to a series of events that saved the Jewish people. These events were not mere coincidences, but part of a greater plan. Today, many people view such occurrences as reminders that they are on the right path and that angels are guiding their steps. If you have ever experienced something like this, know that it may be a sign that you are not alone. We are just at the beginning of our journey to identify angelic signs. Keep watching, because the next signs may change the way you see the world around you and further strengthen your connection with the divine. Continuing our journey through the signs that indicate the presence of angels, we arrive at one of the most curious indications: sweet or floral fragrances with no apparent explanation. Imagine being at home or in a moment of prayer and suddenly smelling the soft scent of flowers or a sweet aroma, even though there are no flowers or anything similar nearby. This could be a clear sign of angelic presence. In the Bible, pleasant aromas are often associated with divine presence. In Revelation 8 verses 3 to 4, for example, the prayers of the saints are compared to incense rising to the heavens. Thus, smelling a heavenly fragrance may be a reminder that your prayers are being heard and that angels are near, bringing peace and comfort. Many people report that these scents appear in times of great need, as if they were gifts from heaven. It might be a floral aroma, like roses or lilies, or even something subtler, but it brings a sense of calm and security. The next time this happens, take a moment and give thanks, as it could be an angel by your side. Another sign that should not be ignored is the sensation of gentle touches. Have you ever felt as if someone lightly touched your shoulder, held your hand, or gave you a small push in a critical moment, only to look around and find no one there? This could be the direct intervention of an angel in your life. A powerful example can be found in Acts 12 verse 7, when Peter, imprisoned, was awakened by an angel who touched him and guided him out of the prison. This physical touch was the angel's way of communicating that he was there to help. Today, many people report similar sensations, especially in moments of danger or need. Imagine, for instance, going through a difficult situation and feeling a gentle pressure on your shoulder, as if someone were saying, "I'm here with you." These touches are not mere coincidences, they are tangible signs of celestial presence. Now let's move on to the next indication, frequently seeing repeated numbers, such as 111, 222, or 444. Have you noticed numerical patterns that seem to appear constantly, especially when you are seeking answers or guidance? These numbers are often interpreted as angelic messages. In the Bible, numbers have special meaning. The number 3, for example, is linked to divine perfection and the Holy Trinity, while the number 7 represents spiritual completeness. Seeing repeated numbers may be a reminder that angels are trying to get your attention or convey a message. For example, if you are facing an important decision and suddenly start seeing the same number on license plates, clocks, or even receipts, don't ignore it. Stop and reflect. It could be a way for the angels to tell you they are with you, guiding you in the right direction. And finally, to close this part, we need to talk about synchronicities that seem to directly answer your prayers. Have you ever prayed for help to solve a problem and soon after found the solution in an unexpected way? Perhaps you met the right person, found a book that answered your questions, or even heard a word you needed to hear. These meaningful coincidences are one of the most common ways angels manifest. They work behind the scenes, aligning events so that everything fits perfectly, showing that your prayers have been heard and that you are being guided. The truth is that these signs are all around us all the time. Often, we are so busy with the rush of daily life that we don't pay attention. But by slowing down and observing more carefully, it is possible to notice these small celestial touches that remind us that we are never alone. We still have more signs to explore, and the next one may completely change the way you perceive the spiritual world around you. Stay with us to learn more about how angels may be influencing your life right now. Advancing through the signs that may indicate the presence of angels, let's talk about something even more fascinating: the sudden change in emotions. Imagine being in a moment of anguish, fear, or sadness and suddenly feeling a wave of joy or courage wash over your heart. This phenomenon, reported by many people, could be a clear sign of the presence of angels. The Bible gives us examples of this. In Luke 2 verse 10, the angel who appeared to the shepherds brought a message of great joy: "Do not be afraid. I bring you good news of great joy that will be for all the people." Just as in that moment, angels can bring this transformative energy to your daily life, especially in times when you need strength and hope the most. These emotional shifts can occur without warning, as if something invisible is working to transform the atmosphere. Have you ever experienced this feeling? It could be the angelic touch guiding your emotions to a place of peace. Another powerful sign is the sensation of inexplicable safety in moments of danger or stress. Have you ever been in a situation where you felt completely vulnerable, but it seemed as though you were protected by something greater? In Psalm 91 verses 11 to 12, it is written, "For he will command his angels concerning you to guard you in all your ways. They will lift you up in their hands so that you will not strike your foot against a stone." This promise reminds us that angels are all around us, acting as invisible protectors in times of greatest need. For example, there are reports of people who, upon escaping serious accidents, feel as if an invisible force had protected them. In situations like these, the presence of angels can be more than just a belief, it can be a tangible experience. Now that we've explored all these signs, it's clear that angels have wonderful and unexpected ways of interacting with us. They manifest subtly, whether through sensations, lights, sounds, or even events that seem like mere chance. The most important thing is to be attentive and receptive, ready to recognize these manifestations and connect with the divine. If you have experienced any of these signs, share your story in the comments. I would love to hear how angels have influenced your life. Before we go, remember to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any content. And of course, there's already another amazing video waiting for you right here on the screen. Don't miss it! Thank you so much for your company. See you in the next video.